So it's ironic that this is the topic, man. I was sitting chopping it up, man, with a couple of homies, man. My homie Gino, man, chopping it up with C-Loke and Pimp Ken, man, and just chopping it up. When pimps get together and chop it up, man, you know where the conversation gonna always go. It's gonna always go to the game, and so I was chopping it up with Ken, man, about how I'm trying to teach these guys to apply the ism to the square world, man, and of course, that conversation it went down a rabbit hole, man. So maybe, man, if all the stars align, man, maybe maybe someday in the future, man, I have a sit down with Ken, man, and we'll be able to really connect the two, the game to the modern world where you're dealing with the modern brawls out here. And Tyrese is the perfect example of what I tell you men all the time. Now, when I say don't love a brawl, I'm not telling you that you can't have love for the woman. I'm telling see, when I say don't love a woman, that don't mean you hate the woman. There's a huge gray area between love and hate. You know what I'm saying? We call it indifference. We call that area the I don't give a fuckness zone. You know what I'm saying? Where, of course you care enough about the broad where you don't want that bad to happen to a man. But when it really boiled down to like love and being in love and all that, man, we don't play those games. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no benefit to a man, to being in love with a broad, man. You understand? There ain't no benefit. The weakest position you could be in with her, she gonna see you in the weakest position if you fall in love with the broad. And then what happened to Tyrese? And another thing that we're gonna find out that happened to Tyrese is he believed everything the woman said. The woman told him that she didn't care about the money. She didn't care about him being a star. She didn't care about all of that. Yeah, it's easy for a broad not to care about what she ain't never had, but once she get it, she don't want to lose it. That's why you got to be careful about tricking off. The problem is there's too many tricks out here, man. Everybody want to trick off. Everybody believe that the best way to get with a woman is to pay her. Yes, it is. If you're okay with the mindset and lifestyle of a trick, man, you got to be a special kind of nigga. And I ain't talking about special kind in a good way. I'm talking about you got to be special kind in a stupid way to be out here tricking off, man. Woman tell you everything. She'll tell you, no, that ain't tricking, or this ain't tricking. The problem is y'all do too much listening to what a broad got to say. You got to define yourself based on manhood principle. Not what a broad got to say. She wouldn't know a manhood principle, man. If somebody put it in a bag of gold, she look at it and be like, I don't want that gold. It got something in it. So when we watch this situation with Tyrese, man, we got to understand. And there's a few other guys out here, man, that's going down that rabbit hole, man, trying to wife up the Americanized woman, man. Let me tell you something, man. There are beautiful black women all over the globe. And here's the thing: you ain't even got to go to Africa to find a beautiful African woman, man. London is full of them. Europe is full of them. You understand? You go to other places, man. Spain is full of them. You know what I'm saying? There are beautiful black African women all over the world, man. So you ain't got to go take that long trip to Africa. You can take a much shorter journey than that. And the thing is, if they're already in another country, that means that they can travel themselves because they had to get out of Africa some kind of way. So you ain't got to be stuck dealing with the idiocy and the illogical nature and the I don't need no man type of nature when every day of your life you do. Man, we ain't got to deal with that. And you damn sure ain't got no being a wife and that type of brought up, man. Let me tell you something, homies. When I say it's my will, nowhere and nowhere is okay, I want you to adapt that to your life. Now you ain't got to be no brute about it, because the most simple minded bro, she'll believe that she has control because your way is not brutish. But for me, as long as I ain't taking no losses, man, that's my way. My way is not to take a loss. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be the boss at any cost, and I don't plan on taking no loss. And that's just the way it is. And that's how you men got to understand. That's what it is. The bottom line, the only position of power you can be in with a woman is to not be emotionally attached to her. You have to understand that emotional attachment is the weakest phase that a man could be in his entire life, man. So look, if you want to be a part of this live chat, man, go ahead to the main channel page, man. You know what you got to do. We about to do it. We got to do it. Go to the main channel page, man. Next to the subscribe button, you'll see a join button. Go ahead. Click that join button. It'll send you right into a kiosk, man, where you can become a member, and then you can come right on back and kick it with a man, because you want to be in the joint for this one, man. This one gonna be so icy cold, man. We gonna get real raw with this one, man. So we about to go incognito, man. In 3, 2, and 1. All right, there we go, man. All right, let's get into this thing, man. So, when you think about it, man, and that's the thing, man. Like D Falls just said, I ain't nice, I'm fair. You know what I'm saying? Man, let me tell you something, man. You are a man with some emotional issue from the past if you get off on being unfair to a woman, man. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to pay her back for what you dealt with. That type of thing women do. They go through a whole bunch with a man, and then when they come to you, they want to try to pay you back for everything the man did. Come on, man. We ain't got time for that. I'm not taking the brunt of nothing that a woman been through with no other man, man. Hell, I ain't taking the brunt of what she been through with me. Because I ain't gonna put her through too much. Let me tell you something, man. I try to live my life the way the Lord live his. The way the Lord do me, he ain't gonna never give me more than I can bear, and I ain't gonna never get a broad more than she can bear. And if she can't bear it, then I don't care, because I know I ain't give her too much. She's just being lazy. She either lazy or crazy. You understand? Either way, it don't phase me. So I want y'all to understand, man. Let's get into this thing, man. Let's go ahead and take a dive into it. Let me get my shots out, man. Zito, what's up, man? Royal T, I see you in the building. Man, Supreme 10, what up? D False, what up? John G in the building. The Shepherd, what up with you? MPI, what's good with you, man? Neil Jones, man, what's good with you? Captain Matt Clark, what's good with you, Cap? Homie 327, what up, man? Primal, been a minute, boy. What good with you, man? Salute. Houston Luck, what up, man? Houston Luke, my bad. We'll call you Luke, man. Cortez, what up, Ted? Mello, good to see you in the joint, man. Markel, what's good, young homie? AJ Shaka, what's up, homie? I saw Tiff Downs in here early, man. She be supporting Kyrie. I saw him in here, man. Frank, I saw you in here too. JK all day, what up, man? Good to see you in the building, man. Hebrew X, I saw you too, man. Isaac, hey, what up, man? Pastor Eke, what's up, Pastor? Good to see you in the joint, man. Who else we got in the joint, man? We're going to go ahead and try to get on through these so we can get on into the show, man. Evans, what's good, man? I see you at the top up there, man. I see you getting it in. Salute to you, man. Appreciate you being in the joint. All right, let's get into this, man. Let's go ahead and slide into it. Make sure I ain't missing nobody. Tyrese, I see you in the joint, man. A Bell on deck. All right, let's get into it, man. We're going to take a deep dive on in this one, man. Let's get to it. Anwar, what's good, man? I see you in the building. Let's get to it, man.
Woman that was very simple, who I met in a $12 sundress and prided herself on being simple. And I don't care about money, stars, celebrities. I don't need to live and be around. I'm a simple girl. Now you want $20,000 a month for a 1-year-old? Now,
man, listen, I tell y'all all the time, you can't glow a woman up. If you get a woman out the gutter and glow her up, she gonna be in a lifestyle she ain't used to. If you take a woman like, obviously she met her in the sundress, she ain't really wanting it. She was a simple girl. But if you take a simple girl and complicate her life, and how you complicate a woman's life? By putting her in positions and putting her on missions that she don't even have the proper disposition to be in, man. You cannot put a woman in an area that she's not familiar with, because she's gonna panic. You know what I'm saying? She's gonna panic and get real frantic, man. So I want y'all to understand that when you meet a woman and she's not on that level, you can't uplift her to that level. You got to deal with her on the level that she's used to, because you put her on a higher level, she's gonna go haywire. Because she, in her mind, is going to start to believe that she deserves that gift that you gave her. See, nobody deserves a gift. A gift is something that someone gives you from the kindness of their heart. And if you give broad the gift of living a lifestyle, man, that she ain't used to, she going to get spoiled on it. And then when it's time to go, she ain't going to want to go back to where she was. You know why? Because she told your ass she was simple. You should have left her where she was. A lot of times you got to understand, man, what Tyrese should have done when he met that girl, man. He should have met her and he should have said, okay, this is the perfect time for me to downsize everything. He should have been by stacking paper. You meet a country girl who ain't never had shit, man. If that's what you want, then you need to downsize everything. You can't upscale her life. It's better for you, cheaper for you, more efficient for you, more effective for you to downscale your life some to a point where it's still good, but it's something she can identify with. You can't take a chick out the projects, man, and put her in a mansion. You can't take a chick out of Mississippi, man, and take her and put her in the top floor in a penthouse in Manhattan, man. She gonna go crazy. She ain't even know buildings that high exist.
hired 3 law firms. My prenuptial agreement was so detailed and so extensive. My lawyer whispered, she had her own lawyer to negotiate on her behalf. My lawyer, Tanya Mitchell Graham, said to me, I can't believe you got her to sign this.
Now, I want y'all to remember him saying that. So when we get to her, you're going to hear her start to address. One of the problems that has got, man, they always get on the internet running their mouth about shit. Always on the internet, always telling everything, always showing everything. Man, let me tell you something. Man, I move around this country, man, on a regular basis. You understand? There ain't 30 days that pass that ain't somewhere else in the country. But how often do I come online showing pictures, man, and showing bras I'm kicking it with and places I'm going and doing all that, man? I don't do all that. I live my life for me. You know what I'm saying? Not to show the world. I may start, if I'm gonna show something, it's gonna be on Patreon, and it's gonna be, it's gonna be on a level where you got to really be a part of the team. But when guys get on here, when you talk, You give a woman something to respond to. If she wasn't already hip to your mindset, you ain't caught with a broad. Why you online telling everything you feel, everything you think, man? That's all she got to do to change her mind and start viewing you a different way than she did and coming at you for sure for the money. Get somewhere and sit down and shut up sometime, homies.
And I said, well, the reason I got her to sign it is because she said to me specifically, this ain't mine. That's your publishing. Those your cars. It's your house. And if we ever separated because I didn't get in this for any of that, I will sign every piece of paperwork that reflects that I don't want none of that. To there.
Hey, man, Tyrese just dumb, man. See, let me tell y'all something. This guy is the best example of a beta male simp mangina that we have in modern society. Now, we talk about Steve and we talk about Russ and we talk about these other guys, but this guy right here is, let's look at Steve. At least Steve ended up getting the girl he always wanted. I would have done it, but he ended up getting a girl. He feel like he accomplished something. He got the girl he always wanted. When we look at Russ saw Sierra dancing somewhere and he just went bananas. You know, but Sierra's famous. She can at least contribute something to the brand, you know, contribute something to the image. He the one that got something random somewhere and he get his pocket ran by a random dog. How in the hell you a man on this level and you get your pocket ran by a random? That kind of like LeBron getting his pocket ran by Brittany Renner. Yeah, she can run PJ Washington pockets, but she can't run, you know, she can't run LeBron pockets. She can't run Steph pockets. You got to be in for the long haul. And that's why I tell you, man, if a woman ain't with you, man, by the time you get on your grind and grow, man, you cannot bring her up to your level, man. You got to deal with her on her level. You got to do it, man. So if you got a spot that you can bring her to, fine. But if you got a flat crib somewhere, she never sees that. She don't need to see it. It doesn't take much to take a simple woman and turn her into a greedy woman. See, a needy woman will become a greedy woman because she don't know she needed until she sees some shit that she ain't never seen before. At that point, she realizes that, damn, I really don't live that good. But the longer she thinks she live good and she okay, man, she don't mind. And that's what he found out, man. He tried to take a woman and glow her up because he felt like he could dominate her with his money. And another thing, if you believe that a woman gonna come to you, man, you got all that paper, man, and she don't want nothing. She don't want nothing. She gonna leave empty-handed. Man, you're a bigger fool than you look like, man. The craziest thing, bro, this ain't even game she ran on him, MPI. This is some elementary, third grade, you know, I like you, do you like me, check the box, yes or no type shit he dealing with, man.
And want nothing more than to show a nigga that that's all she want. I said this was.
Now, let me tell y'all something, man. The bottom line is this. Here's what you got to understand. Women are award-winning actresses. They go through their entire lives changing the narrative about who they are, what they want, what they can give. So what happened with Tyrese? He met a woman who told him what he wanted to hear. Because a lovey-dovey dude like this, he don't do that, but walk around talking about, well, you know, I just want a woman who is going to, you know, love me for me and not want me for my money and you know, and understand that all of this is mine. And long as we together, it's yours. But if we end up not together, then I want to keep all my stuff and you just leave with what you came with. And I don't want none of that stuff. I tell you what, I just don't, you know, I want a woman that gonna understand that I'm a sensitive man. You need a man with sensitivity. That's what he wanted. And a woman gonna tell you that she can give you all of that. A woman gonna be whoever you want her to be if she value you enough to try to find a position in your life. It's always been that way, man. And Tyrese, to be a man that been dealing with women on this level damn near his whole life, his whole adult life for sure. You mean tell me he ain't figured that out yet? A woman would tell you, man, that she's single, and then you see her out somewhere, man, she got a husband and 2 kids. And the only thing you wanting is, damn, how she kept her body that tight and she got a husband and 2 kids. And then come to find out, when she got with you, she was already pregnant again. You see her 10 months after that, she overdue, on the way to the hospital. So I want y'all to understand, man, listen, this ain't bad or good about women, man. It's just true. Y'all try to change the narrative about what a woman should be, about what a woman should do, about how a woman should view you, about how you should view the woman. Man, life is what it is. The game already been there. The game don't change, man. Don't that change but the players, man. That's it. I promise you. If you live to be 150 years old, women are still going to be the same, man. Listen, there is no such thing as the modern woman. The modern social media platforms have exposed you to the modern woman. The woman has always been modern. There's no such thing as a traditional woman. There's a woman who wasn't in a position to do for self, and so she had to play the traditional role. And there's a woman who was in position to do for self, and she said, damn that traditional role. Any woman who's ever in history been in position to do for self has never been in a traditional relationship role, man. I'm telling y'all what's real, man. Now, she may not be able to be in that position for a man that's rich. She may have to be in that position for a man that just work every day. But every woman who is in a situation to provide for herself the lifestyle she want, she is saying to hell with submission, to hell with doing what you want me to do, to hell with tradition. You understand? Submission and tradition ain't a paid woman mission, man. I promise you that.
Like, I'm looking back on relationships, y'all, and I see that I was the problem. Why was I the problem, Sam? I was the problem because I didn't see me accurately, because I didn't see myself well. I didn't see my value. I didn't see who I was. I didn't see those.
Now, let me tell you something. When a woman talking about value, I promise you, 99.9% of the time when a woman talking about value, she talking about how much paper she deserves. A woman don't value nothing but the shit that money can buy. So she don't value the money. She values the lifestyle money can give her. She values the material things that money can buy. So when she talking about her value, she's either talking about she was with a man that was too broke, or in her situation, she was with a man who would get money, but she signed that stupid prenuptial agreement agreeing that she ain't want nothing. And that's what she finna talk about. Let's listen to her. She's admitting that she was the problem in her marriage with Tyrese because she presented herself in a way that she wasn't. Now her excuse is that she didn't know herself.
Things. I think that I accepted things I shouldn't have for way too long.
The prenup.
I allowed people to kind of dictate the terms in which I would accept.
The terms of the prenup. She allowed someone to dictate. Look, his attorney asked him, how you get her to sign this? She's admitting she allowed him to dictate the terms that she would accept in the prenup. And here's the thing. A woman can say these things in a certain way with a certain energy, and then automatically she's the victim. When a woman is admitting that she regret that she didn't let the man know from the beginning that she was with him for the money. Let's talk. And really, I will give her this. I will give her credit for sitting here admitting now that, you know what? I realized that I was with him for the money. I was drawn to him for the money. I did want to leave with some money. I knew I was going to leave that fool. He was too sensitive, but I knew I wanted to leave with some money. But I don't know, some kind of way, I instead of being finessed, I got finessed.
Without really having a great understanding of who I was. And therefore, I stayed in relationships way past their expiration date. I allowed myself to be treated in ways I should have never allowed myself to be treated. And, that's just what it is. And so when I look back on it, it really was me not having a really great understanding of self, me not having a great appreciation for who I am and my value. And I think that's for a lot of people. I think that, sometimes you accept in the bare minimum, accepting the bare minimum, not realizing that there's a part of you that feels like you only deserve the bare minimum, right? You only feel like, okay, well, if they're making minimal effort, that's more than other people, so I'll take it. Not understanding that maybe there's just some time that needs to pass. Maybe you just not in that right space. I know that that's true for me.
Here's the thing, man. When you hear a woman admitting that her self-esteem was so low that she just was happy to have Tyrese, but you hear what I don't care that you're a celebrity and blah, blah, blah. But she's now admitting that she did care, that it was a lot to her, that she was just gonna go be with him, even though Tyrese is the most oversensitive dude we've seen. That boy don't do nothing but cry in public. Man, let me tell you something. You find me a man who cries. I'm not saying men don't cry, but I'm saying if you cry in public as much as he does, that man has mental issues, man. He has mental health issues that he needs to deal with. Something happened to him along the way in life that he's struggling to deal with. And the more it piles up year after year, he's looking for love in the lap of these bras. And let me tell you something, man, you ain't gonna never find the love you're looking for in the lap of a broad, man, because a woman would never love you. She'll only love what you can do for her. Do for a woman, then stop doing for her and see how much she love you after that. It's kind of like when Steve said when his money was wrong, he left Margie alone. But we're going to get into that, man. We'll get into that. So I say this to y'all, man. You got to take your time and understand a woman's mind, because when you understand her mind, then you'll find out if she's worth anything but a piece of behind. And a lot of time, y'all guys don't do that. You rush into a situation with a woman. Before you know it, you cohabitating with a woman that don't even bathe good. Then you look around. Before you know it, you married to a woman, man, that's still tied into her ex, man. Or then you get on down the line with a woman you done invested so much in her, and then you just realize that the woman ain't really into you like you thought she was, but you were so into her at first that you weren't paying attention how into you she were. In the beginning, a woman loves being showered with attention and the gifts and all the things that these suckers be doing all the time, buying women cars and putting them in cribs and doing all that, man. These guys love that. And the women love it in the beginning. But after a while, you know what? Your energy becomes so passive. Your energy becomes so catering that the woman she ain't even attracted enough to you to stay with you, even if you got the money. And that's what happened with Tyrese.
There's times where I felt like, oh, I just maybe. And then bam, like I'm seeing, so many different things come across. Because listen, I've been wrong, right? Y'all know Sam been wrong. Sam has been wrong. Hey, niece. Sam has been wrong. Sam has chosen wrong. Okay? So I don't choose for me. I say to God, hey God, listen, I don't normally get this right. I have failed. I surrender this to you. You have your way. But what I won't do, and I won't tell anybody on here, whether you are a man or you are a woman, do not go into dating with a scarcity mindset. Do not do it. I'm not going into dating thinking, oh my God, I got to make it work with him. He the only option I'm going to have. In my experience, that's not true.
Now, that is what I wanted to get to. Every woman out here in America for sure feels the exact same way. And probably in other places in the world, probably in Europe for sure, westernized women feel the same way. They have too many options to give all of themselves to you. No woman is gonna get. If a woman tell you giving you her all, man, she lying to you, dog. Any man out here, if a woman telling you she giving you her all, she lying. She doesn't have to. No woman in this modern time in Western civilization who's overly influenced by the West even, she will not give all of herself to one man because she simply has too many options. She can't. She's not built to do that. Even if she does, it'll be temporary. It'll be temporary until you do something like Tyrese did, until you glow her up. Like, listen, if you got money, well, you could buy any car you want. You don't go to the buy here, pay here, little dealership with all the old cars on it. You just don't, even if you want an older car, you go somewhere and you go to a dealership and get a pre-owned vehicle. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're really out here in the market to buy a crib, like you're not trying to go through any back door or back channel to buy a crib. Like, you're not doing that. And so you can't do that with a woman. A man on Tyrese's level, why would he just go find a woman somewhere that he didn't even know nothing about or nothing like that, man, unless he go into another culture? It doesn't matter if you know who the woman is, if she's famous, if she's infamous, if she's unknown. It doesn't matter if she's living in this society. She's going to have a certain mindset, man. And it didn't just start today. Y'all just seeing every example of it because social media shows everything. Man, women have always been this way. That's why the baddest chicks have always ran with the D-boys. That's why Margie Harvey was running with the D-boys. Margie Harvey don't look bad for her age now, but when she was younger, Margie Harvey was cold. You know what I'm saying? We call a girl like that dope boy magic. When she was younger, she was dope boy magic, man. I keep it a buck with you. So I say this to y'all, man. You got to accept a woman for who she is. If you want a brand new Bentley, you don't go buy an old Bentley and then take it and flip it like you do an old school. You don't have to. There's a brand new one available.
It's just not. But when I came in with that scarcity mindset, guess what? It was damaging because I'm trying to make things work for people that ain't supposed to work. So now I'm like, you know what? It is what it is. You like me? Cool. You don't? Cool. Do you want to talk? What's up? You know what I'm saying? I'm not pressed. I'm not trying to make it work. If it don't work, we good. You know? And I'm okay with it. And that's kind of like the newest, that's been a new thing for me.
Now you know that she's so okay with it. If she's so okay with it, go on about your business and leave that man money alone. If you're okay with it, why you hustling with that man money? You ain't okay with it. And then you have guys out here about their tricking talking about, man, you ain't paying her to come, you paying her to leave. Okay, Tyrese paying her to leave. Whether you married or single, if you paying bras, man, you a trick. You a trick. You understand? Now I ain't saying, man, if you knocking a woman down, man, if you getting service from a woman, man, then I ain't saying, man, that you can't. No, like long term, you got a little girlfriend or whatever, man. I ain't saying you can't do nothing for her, but I'm saying if the whole arrangement is based on you giving money in exchange for whatever she got, man, that it ain't worth no money. She know it ain't worth no money. Because that's why she got to try to rope you into their marriage thing, man, so she can legally get the law to step in and pay her for her prostitution. The bottom line is marriage is legal prostitution, man. Y'all got to understand that. There's no other way around it, man. So stay out of these legal marriages, man, especially in the United States, man. And if you're going to do it, you better go do it in another country and don't bring your ass back over here. I want y'all to keep in mind, all that I'm not telling you to hate women. I'm telling you to accept women for who they are. And who they are is not who you thought they were when you were growing up. It's not who your mama taught you they were. It's not who your daddy, who was run by your mama, showed you they were. That whole monogamous relationship shit is dead, and it's dead because the woman don't want it no more. She wants to be able to be polygamous. She wants to be able to have as many men as she wants, just like she believes you can have as many women as you want. This society is based on women wanting to live like men, and that's cool. If they want to live like, let a woman live how she want to live. Just don't try to deal with her like she's traditional. She's not traditional. There is no traditional woman anymore. Every woman you ever meet is a modern woman. Some of them hide it well. Some of them wear it like a badge of honor. Others, they put it, put it in their pocket and fold it up real small so you can't see it. But you got to understand that every woman you meet has no choice but to be a modern woman, because the traditional times, the connection to the traditional times is gone, dog. It don't exist no more, man. Got a couple super chat. Let me get back into there, man. Love and Dating Los Angeles says something real profound, man. Notice Ty's ex voice is similar to Brittany Renner. Sound just like Brittany Renner, man. I'm telling you, man, there's a thought component to a woman's voice, man, when she out there like that, man. And you as a man, you have to understand how does she dress. And here's another thing. What is her history? Okay, just because you meet and she in a sundress, how long she been wearing sundresses? Hell, she might just start wearing sundresses last year, 5 years ago. You know what I'm saying? If she 40, she may not start wearing sundresses till she was 35. What she was doing the other 35 years? Damn sure wasn't wearing sundresses if she just started wearing them, right? So I tell you, man, the problem with this society is as you grow and you glow and blow as a man, your options for that whole wife, traditional marriage, monogamy shit, it goes out of the window. You understand? Even the women who are just borderline attractive still have options because suckers have taken over. If you put 100 men in a room, 95 of those men gonna be beta male cell manginas, and 2 of the other 5 gonna be leaning that way. So out of every 100 men, man, there's only 3 men who are really applying the pimp principle to the square world, man. I promise you that. Let me see, man. Love Day, Los Angeles, man. Got another one up here. Spending time when she finally leads to attachment. Spend too much time when she finally leads to attachment. Tyrese, my ninja, the more money you got, the better the actress. That's it, man. A woman will show you the best of who she is. That's why you got to wait that out. The problem is guys don't wait it out. They feel like, oh, I got the one. You don't know if she the one yet. You ain't been knowing her but 3 months. Let me tell you something, boy. If you give a woman a year, if she comes with an ulterior motive, give her a year. The homie coach EO says give her 2. I say give her a year. And the world moves so fast now with social media and all of that, that if you give her a year, then she's going to now what EO says, you give her 2 years, and y'all go subscribe to the homie coach EO, man. When you give her 2 years, even if she makes it past the first year, you got to give her that second year to know if she's worthy of moving forward to the next level. The thing is, she'll put on that good face, but within a year, the majority of women are going to show you who they truly are within a year. They're going to show you that. So you can't go to investing all this time and money and all of this into a woman, man, because before you know it, your ass going to end up like Tyrese. I promise you that. Mansa Mook 26, salute, appreciate the dime. Keep preaching the gospel, doc. I've been putting brothers on game with you in the Tampa Bay area. Salute. Yeah, man, I like Tampa, man. I'm going to slide down to Tampa, man. When the weather get cold, man, I slide down, man, to where the weather's still good as gold, man. So I spend a lot of time in Cali and Florida in the wintertime. Matter of fact, I'll be in Florida in October, man, down there, looking good, feeling good, living good, man. You know what I'm saying? Driving some with the top down, titties out, man. I'll be out there. So I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate the support, brothers. Let me see, make sure I ain't miss nobody, man. All right. Supreme C, salute, man. Appreciate the 5 bone. Like you said in the previous video, doc, dudes are caught up in the fantasy too. White House picket fence, relationship goals. Yeah, man, they caught up in relationship goal. Let me tell you something, man. The relationship goal, man, that you got to have, man, is okay. I'm on my mission. You know what I'm saying? What can you do to help me get to that position? What can you do? Let me tell you something, man. If a woman ain't helping you get to the position, you helping her get to hers. And if you help a woman get to her position, you ain't the man she want to be with when you get her there. I don't know how much I can reiterate this to men. If she's not helping you get to your position, you're helping her get to hers. The difference between you and her is if she help you get to your position, you're going to put her in the position right beside you. She gonna be your girl. You sit on the throne, she going to be your queen next to you. You put her in her position, she going to look at you like a helper. You're not meant to help a woman. You're not here to be her helpmeet. Now, I'm not saying you can't do some things for her. I'm saying you're not meant to help her reach her goals in life. Man, that ain't your job, man. You know what I'm saying? That would you do that to you. If she ain't your daughter or maybe your niece or something like that, man, you don't do that type of shit, man. Come on, bro. John G, appreciate the dime, man. Appreciate the dime. All right, let's get back into this thing, man. Let's get back into it.
What is the maximum times a day that you should have?
Like in a committed long-term relationship, I'm assuming. I don't know. I'm not always in the mood. I mean, I think ideally for me, maybe like 3 times a week.
3 times a week? Okay.
I'm not trying all day. Or like put more effort into it.
Right.
I feel like too, when you live with somebody, it's like one of those things that if it's not from the heart, it starts to feel more like a chore, So I'm okay with just a couple times a week. 3 would be cool. But a day, you're lucky if I want to do something every day. That's a lot. When the attraction is there and the energy's there, it's like I could have a day. But I guess I'm just referring to the last committed relationship I was in. I feel like we had our own problems though too, so that contributed to probably not being as by him. But yeah.
Now, I want you to hear what she just said. In her last committed relationship, which she always says is PJ Washington. That's her last committed relationship. She just admitted that they had their own problems, so she wasn't even aroused by him. But she had his kid, but she wasn't aroused by him. His problem was he didn't know how his NBA career was gonna work out. You know, fortunately for PJ, man, he got it together. Probably because he got away from this Jezebel energy, but he got it together. Now he well on his way, man. Got him a nice contract, man. And if you keep grinding, getting better, man, next contract will be even better, man, or at least consistent with what he got now. But I say this to you: she just admitted that she wasn't even attracted to the guy. So what other reason is a woman gonna have your kid if she ain't attracted to you other than she see you as the bag? See, she talk all this, I want to be in love stuff and all that. Yeah, you may want to be in love, but then when you see a man and you feel like you got one on the hook, then what you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? When a woman got a fish on the hook, she gonna scale it and she gonna cook. You understand? That's all she gonna do. And I want y'all to understand that that's how this goes, man. Stop believing that it's gonna be some other way. That's why I tell you, man, you got to apply these principles, man. If you ain't applying the ism to the square world, dog, you're getting beat in every interaction you have with a woman, especially in this society. And then when you elevate to a certain level, man, like the level where Doc had, man, I don't even want to deal with the shit that come with the Americanized woman, man. It's just it's too much. That she either got walls to break down, man, or she got a whole bunch of ice built up, man. Was she trying to stay cold, or she's still dealing with some issues she done had from the past, or she see you as the bag, or man, it's always something when you're dealing with these American eyebrows, man. It's always something.
I mean, I think every day for me would probably just be excessive anyways, like maybe every other.
Right.
But again, the energy's not gonna lie. So if I met my Mr. Wonderful, then it's like there's really no telling.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Okay.
So when you hear a woman talk about that, man, she was just asking a simple question. How many times, getting it in is enough for her per week? She said 3. I think 3 is a nice round number. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause even if I got a woman around, let's say if I got a woman with me, man, and even if I want to touch her more than 3 times a week, it ain't gonna never be more than 3. For me, it won't be 3. You know what I'm saying? It'll be when I'm not busy. It'll be when I don't have other things to do. And during the week, man, I have other things to do. Anytime I give a woman, man, during the week, it's time that I'm sacrificing to give her. You understand? And that's just what I don't have time to deal with women during the week. I don't have time, no time. So anytime I give her I'm sacrificing something else to give her that time. You know what I'm saying? And the reality is you got to understand that a woman doesn't value your sacrifices. That's why you can't sacrifice nothing for a bra. She don't value sacrifice. Only sacrifice she values the one she make. You know what I'm saying? Remember that. A woman values sacrifices, but only if she makes them. She don't give a shit how many sacrifices you make. She don't care how many losses you take. She don't care how many rules you break. She don't care about none of that. The only thing she cares about is what she works for. So the sacrifices that she makes, she worked through those. The rules that she breaks, she worked through those. She took the chance. That's why you got to put her to work, man. If she ain't doing something to benefit the process of your process, man, then you carrying a bunch of dead weight. And I know your back hurt, fool. I know your back hurt. Killmonger. Renner did his interview on the bus where they do interviews before porn shoots. Hey, listen, man, you know what? Hey, who's surprised by that, Killmonger? You know what I'm saying? It seems very logical to me. Look who we talking about. You know what I'm saying? And you saw that writing up at the top of the bus, man. Like, it looks like that. It looks like a casting couch in a bus. Let's get back into this, man. So I say this to y'all though, man, before we move further. There's nothing wrong with Brittany Renner if you accept her for who she is. That's why nobody's trying to wipe her up. See, what these women don't understand is when you have the opportunity for a sucker, and we see you have an opportunity for a sucker, because everybody knows the man who was going to knock Brittany Renner up that ain't something you want to do. And when she did, and she ruined that relationship too, then everybody realized, man, she ain't worth the time, effort, energy. You had a few rappers, man, that the thing you got to understand, most men can't get no loving, and we'll talk about Brother Polite, man, probably tomorrow, how he done got jammed up, man. But I'm gonna be honest with you. You could tell Brother Polite, man, couldn't get no women before he got famous, man. And I'm telling you, when a man can't get no women before he get famous, it unleashes a beast. A bunch of these NBA players, man, they were dweebs. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of these guys, man, you would think like they may have been the most popular guys in school or whatever, man. But a lot of these guys, man, they had girlfriends all the way from 8th grade all the way through high school and tried to keep her through college. End up going off school, couldn't keep her. But these guys, man, they've always just been in relationships with the same girl because that's what's right, because they were in love. When a guy spends his younger years in love, he doesn't even focus on all the wholeness that's going on around him, all the hoism that's taking place around him. He don't see how girls really act. He don't see how girls really respond to certain things. He don't see how wild girls really are. And so he grows up not even having any awareness of that. When you try to tell him that, he says, well, that's not my experience. My experience is girls are good. I mean, girls just want to have fun, but they have good, clean fun. I had a girlfriend all the way through high school from the 8th grade, and she was a fantastic girl. Never did anything wrong. So I'm looking for another girl like that. Well, what you got to understand, fool, now you grown, she ain't even like that no more. So you got to have some experiences, man. Not necessarily saying you got to be with a bunch of women, but you got to have your eyes, man. You got to have your head on a swivel, looking around, making sure you can see, man, how these bro behave, man. Because if you don't, you're gonna get caught up in the same thing that PJ Washington got caught up in, man. And that ain't no place to be for real, man. I don't want to be there. Now, will I knock down a 304? I prefer not to, but I can't never tell you I never will, because I ain't gonna lie, some of them be bad. They be so bad and they be so attractive that, I mean, listen, man, you can't help but take a dive on them sometime. I try my best not to, but I can't say that I never will. You know what I'm saying? I think I've overcome the urge to do it, but I can't say that if a bad little 304 pin me in a corner and my would wanna, I'm just gonna say, get thee out of the midst of me. I'm gonna try to, but I may not. But I ain't gonna never get caught up on no broad. I can tell you that right there, man. Let me tell you something. It ain't a snowball chance in here, man. I'm finna fall in love now, one of these women, dog. That part of my heart, that don't work. Like, if that's a part of my heart that's supposed to be in there, that boy gone, man. I got a hole in there. Cause there's a hole in the part where that's supposed to be, man. I ain't gonna never do that. Ever.
What's that?
Blackberry margarita.
Blackberry margarita. That's kind of sassy, huh? You don't drink Crown or Hennessy or nothing?
Yeah, but I gotta work in the morning. I don't want nothing too strong, so I just.
Oh, okay. I understand that. What kind of work you do?
I sell insurance.
Insurance. That's kind of sassy too, huh? You don't hustle or drive trucks or work in the oil field or nothing?
What?
For meeting me for lunch.
No problem, no problem.
Thank you. Oh, this you?
Yeah.
What, that's a scat pack?
Nah.
A Hellcat?
Nah, just a V8 Hemi.
Just a V8 Hemi?
Yeah.
It's a little sassy, ain't it?
How?
Because most men have like Hellcats and scat packs and stuff. You just got a regular ass charger? Just a normal charger?
Yeah, don't call me no more.
Don't call you no more.
Nah.
You in your feelings?
I'm cool.
You in your feelings?
I'm good, little baby.
That's a little sassy too, ain't it?
Never let a woman define you, man. You know what I'm saying? Man, let me tell you something. A woman can say whatever she want to say about me, dog. Her words are so insignificant that I don't care. I may press her a little bit sometimes just to reverse it on her and put her in her feelings, but man, I don't care. Man, a woman can't say, I don't give a damn about what a woman say about me, dog. Not even a little bit. Like, there is no part of me at all that cares about what a woman says, man. Like, I just don't care, because I ain't got no wife and I ain't got no woman that close enough to me to affect my life by what the hell she think, man. I don't care. I don't care, man. Like, women have said all kind of crazy things, dog. I do not care what a woman says, man, because she can't even control her own life with her words. If her words could control, if she could say abracadabra, brand new Benz, and bing, a Benz pop up, I'd be like, oh, wait a minute. Let me get her on my side so she can say some good things. But if she can't bring no good to the world with her words, she damn sure can't bring no bad to me with her words. Nor can she bring any good. So when I say I don't care what a woman say, I don't care if a woman give me a compliment. You know what I'm saying? A woman tell me, man, I'm tall, dark, and handsome. I'd be like, I know that. I don't say that to her, but in my mind, I'm like, man, I don't never thank no broad for no compliment. First of all, I ain't ask you for it. And secondly, I don't need you to validate me on who I am, man. I don't care nothing about none of that. I really don't. So if a woman say you sassy, man, cool, man. Let her go find one of them thugs that gonna, swell her belly up, man, and leave her with 5 babies that she gotta take care of by herself, man. Go Go let her find one of them thugs, man, that's gonna get her jammed up, have her going to prison because he the one that told the people that she the one moving to work and she worked for his brother. Now he done got her and their brother jammed up, but he out free. Let her go work with one of them dudes, man, that ain't got no problem, man, with coming in the house absolutely sloppy drunk, man, and she end up, man, with a hot one in her foot, or then got hit with a ball bat, or then got cut up or something like that, man. Go let her get one of them guys, man. Cool. Let me tell you something, man. The problem is when she thinks basic things, a woman who uses the word sassy is masculine. There is no feminine woman who uses the word sassy at all. You know what I'm saying? None. I had a little chick, man. I nicknamed her Sassy because that's how that's supposed to go. I nicknamed her Sassy. So when a woman uses a word like sassy, man, dog, she's so far beneath you, man. You shouldn't even touch her. The majority of women in the United States, man, I wouldn't even touch, dog. That's just real. I wouldn't even touch them. Their energy is bad. Their energy is horrible. So, I meet women all the time, man. I'd be like, I meet them, man, talk to them. And, they may give me their number, man, and blah, blah, blah. And I just be like, man, I don't ever call. Here's the thing that I do. If I take your number, then I'm not going to call you. Well, yeah, if I take your number, then I'm not going to call you. If I give you mine, you call, cool. But I always got something better I could be doing than dealing with a woman. I always got something better I can be doing. Always. There's always something more fulfilling I can be doing than dealing with a woman. I mean, except, now I ain't gonna lie now. You know what I'm saying? When I need to get a hold of something, ain't too many more things that gonna be more important than that. You know what I'm saying? But I try to manage that as best I can. But my life is too full of shit that I like to do, man. Things that I love to do, man. Man, listen, bro. I get so fulfilled by the way my life is structured, man. Thank God for that. That I would rather take a flight and take my mom shopping and just watch her run around the store grabbing shit or trying shit on, and only to come out there with like 3 things. Cause I ain't really see that I like after she tried on 50 things. Just for me to just go and do that. Or for me to say, Mom, let's go in here, just clean her deep freeze out. I said, well, I like that. That's all my stuff. I like that. I said, don't worry about it. And then we just go fill it back up again. Or I get her, man, we drive up to the coast or something. I prefer that. I prefer to fly to California, man, and just go out there and kick it and spend some time out there, man, meet people, greet people, man, maybe come across a hot tender or something like that, man. But I prefer my time by myself and my time with those who have been in my life for the longest period of time. Like, no woman can come into my life and replace that. So I ain't finna get caught up with a bra who want too much of my time, because my time is already occupied with the things that give me sound body, spirit, and mind, homie. And that's what you got to do, man. You got to build your life around you. The more space you have in your life for a bra to get in a place, then you're going to end up realizing, man, that you got the wrong person in your face. That bra is not going, if she's not going to value the things that she hasn't worked for. And if she hasn't been there with you from day one, she's not going to value the things that you have to offer. And you are depriving yourself if you give the things that you have to offer to someone who at the very least doesn't appreciate them. And at the very most doesn't thank God for you every single day. And that's real, man. Jaquan, aka Light Skin Keith Sweat. Salute, man. Appreciate the dime. For the collection plate, Doc, is my will nowhere, nowhere is okay. You know it is, man. My will nowhere, nowhere is okay, man. And let me tell you, so that's another thing, man. A lot of these women, man, they can't buy into the fact it's your way or no way. They can't buy into the fact that it's your way or no way. And if they can't, man, then she's not cut out for the life that you have. Because you got to be at a certain point in life before you can really say my way or no way. Let's be realistic. You got to be at a certain point in life. And 9 times 10, you meet a woman, man, she ain't never met a man that's at that point in life. And if she has, it's been as a fan. So you got to understand, when you on a level where a woman should be your fan, if she ain't your fan, man, the brow should be your biggest fan. Let's get back into this. He just caught his bra out of the restaurant with another dude. And instead of just calling her out, putting on blast, he FaceTimed her from that other seat, watching her. She's so into the other dude that she can't even realize that he's sitting in the same kind of seat she's sitting in. The wall behind him is the same as the wall she's on. She's so into the other dude that she can't even pay attention and realize. But that happens in real life, man. I'm telling you, man, that's why you can't give trust to a woman, because you can't trust her any further than you can see her. So if the broad ain't around you 24/7, and then sometimes sometimes you can't even trust as far as you can see her. If you're so into a woman, man, that you just think you got yourself the best one, she'll sit right beside you and text somebody else. You know what I'm saying? She'll sit right beside you and text somebody else. You got to know what a woman's actions are. That's how he ended up there. He knows what her actions are. Man, let me tell y'all something, man, and this is real talk. This is real talk. If you're ever in a situation, and what he did, he would probably call on her phone and she ain't answer. Man, let me tell you something. The only reason a woman will not answer, will look at your call and not answer it. There's only one reason. That's if she's into somebody else or she's just not that into you. Don't get mad. Don't get sad. Be glad. And stop giving your time to her. That's all. Man, listen, the most valuable thing you have is time. And I promise you, if the woman shows you that she's not the one to be in the position in your life, dog, just take all your time back from her. And you will instantly, just your perspective on the whole thing will be different, because you'll take all your time back. And now you have all that time to do other things you love to do. You have to value your time, man, because your time is how you grow everything in your life. You know what I'm saying? You can't grow your body without putting time in the gym, time in the kitchen. You can't grow your mind without taking time to meditate, time to appreciate things, time to become one with nature. You know what I'm saying? You can't grow your spirit without taking time to meditate in the word of the Most High, man, without taking time to glean your life and clean your life and screen your life to make sure those around the world who gonna bring those bad genes to your life are out of your life. Man, I promise you, bro, all you've done is giving your time to the wrong woman. It ain't no problem. Just leave her alone. The problem is he'll see this and she'll explain it away and she'll be like, well, I just did this, or you did this, or you didn't do this, or you didn't give me this, or you, and then he'll go for it and be like, well, okay, it was my fault. It was my fault.
If he cheated on you, would you give him another shot?
Well, we have an open relationship, so
I'm allowed to cheat.
no, it's not like that.
So wait, what do you mean open?
Like, she basically, like, we fuck bitches together type shit.
So he can sleep with other women with you.
Yeah, with me.
Can you sleep with another man?
No.
Why can't she get?
It's different, bro. Like, we could get into the details, like, but it's a lot different, bro. Like, guys, bro, like, I could go fuck a girl and then forget who she is the next day. For girls, it's like emotional type shit. Like, it's not like girls can just go fuck a guy. She's gonna like leave a mark on her. Like, you know, like, I could go fuck some bitch and never see her again and not care. You know, it's a lot different. Like, to be honest.
So when you see him inside another woman, that doesn't like.
So it hasn't happened yet. So.
Well, I'm allowed to.
Yeah, but I have to be there.
How long you been together?
2 months.
Yeah.
First of all, man, if you use a term like allowed to do something, the woman has the power in the situation. If you use the term like what a woman allows you to do, that's the total opposite of my will, no way. You're sitting bragging that a woman allows you to do something that you haven't been able to do yet. I told y'all earlier, a woman will tell you whatever the hell you want to hear if she feels like you're her best option. Here's the thing, and I want y'all to remember this. Depending on what level a woman is in her life and her mind, if she's on the level she wants to be on and you're her best option, that's one thing. If she's not on the level she wants to be on and you're her best option, I promise you that woman will not see you as her best option when she's at the level she wants to be on. Even if you still are, she won't see it that way, because when she's on a new level, she wants a new option. I want y'all to understand that, man. Anytime a woman is on a new level, she wants a new option, man. And it's a hard thing for y'all to accept sometimes because you be to put so much effort and energy into the broad. You be loving her and trusting her and expecting loyalty from her. Man, let me tell you, a woman's loyal to one thing. She's loyal to her own satisfaction. And if the road to that satisfaction is catering to you or convincing you she's who you want her to be or serving you up intimately or cooking your food or being doing whatever you want her to do, man, if that's the way to her satisfaction, then she's going to do that. But once she reaches that level of satisfaction, she's going to stop doing that. That's why so many married men, the number one complaint that married men have is that the intimacy goes out the window. We don't have sex nearly as much as we did before we got married. That's because she reached the goal. She got to the point of satisfaction. And now she needs a new goal. She has developed a new level of desire for another satisfaction. And that don't include you because you have already gotten her to that level. So she needs something else to get her to the next level. I'm telling you, man, you are in bad shape if you believe that in the modern society, man, you're going to find the type of woman that you would have found 100 years ago. It's impossible. And the thing is, because 100 years ago, you still wouldn't have found that woman. Bulldog, appreciate the dime, man. Salute to the doc in the chat. Salute to you, Bulldog. Salute, man. Appreciate you. Let's get back into this, man.
Black people are the only people that talk about money in relationships.
It's crazy.
Because other cultures just know the man is going to be the caretaker or the provider. Like, other cultures just know that. But when I say it, niggas in the comments like, what the fuck, this lazy bitch, what's she talking about? So every other culture understands the man is the provider and the woman is a nurturer. That's not even a conversation that they have because they already know it. They grow up knowing that. Yeah. Black people are the only people that see our moms do more than our dads. And so we have a reverse thinking about it. We think, oh, well, my mom did it so I could do it, or my mom did it so she can do it. That's why so many black women are unmarried, because we don't have roles. Gender roles are not a bad thing in marriage. Everyone needs to have their, if I don't know my role, how do I know what part I'm playing in anything? Sure. When you're on a basketball team, everybody has their position. Everybody has their role. You need to know what your role is. And a woman's role is the nurturer. And if you have kids, the caregiver, and the man's role is the provider, and he brings in the money. He brings in the money and the woman manages it. And that's how the household's supposed to run.
I want you to understand one thing. That is complete and total bullshit. A man does not bring his money home and give it to the woman and she manages it. You see how the story will be all twisted up and then suddenly it'll be this, and this is what a man is supposed to do. Man, if you ever listen to a bro tell you what to do, man, you nuts. You're supposed to come home and give it to the one who can barely manage money, the one who has the worst absolute spending habits, the one who contributes to, multi-billion-dollar a year shopping expenditures on these high fashion brands, the one who is into all of these expensive bags and all these expensive accessories and all these expensive makeup and all these expensive wigs and all these expensive shoes and all these expensive jewels. And come on, man. You're supposed to go make the money and come in and get in the house and give it to a bro, and she's supposed to manage it? Come on, bro. You find me a man who did that, and I find you, man, that if your wife died, he didn't even know how to do it. I had a homie, man. His grandma and granddad were together his whole life. His grandma passed away. Man, his granddad didn't even know how to write a check. This was years ago, back when, old folks still write checks now. But it was years ago, man, when, writing checks, you wrote a check and sent it in for your bills. Man, he didn't even know how to write a check. The homie aunt had to come over there and show this man how to write a check. Listen, he didn't even know what the hell the check was for. Man, you never go out and get the money and bring it home to your woman. I'll tell you another story, man. I had a homie, man, when I was in college, man. I used to work with this old dude, man. So he said, man, the first time, he said when he first met his wife, man, he said when they first got married, he got paid, man, came home, gave his whole check one time, and then told her, hey, give me $20. And she asked him what he needed for. He said, okay. He said, nothing, don't worry about it. He said he went that whole next week without no money. But he said that was last time he got a check from her. Say the next week he came in and gave her $20. And he said she spent it up. She asked him for some more. She said, nah, if I made it that whole week on nothing, you can stretch that $20 a whole week. And he ain't giving no more money that week. But you know what? He ain't even had to talk to her. She learned a valuable lesson. She learned She learned that she just better fall back and ask for money. That's how you do it, man. Let me tell you something. If you give a woman control of something, she's going to blunder the control. Women are control freaks. So you give her control of something, she gonna want absolute domination in it. She'll take the money, she'll take your money and put it in an account that ain't even got your name on it. I'm telling you, bruh, that like women are only fair when they're left to yes and no answers. The best place for a woman to be is where she just give yes and no answers. That's it. She don't need to think. She don't need to try to figure that out. She don't need to try to be the boss. A woman can be the boss of herself because there's no pushback. There's no alternative. You put her in a situation with you, man, let her be the boss, man. You don't put a woman in that situation, man. You go out every day, earn the money, you come home and give it to her? For what? So you're going to let her pay the bill with your money and keep the excess. She ain't finna invest in then. She ain't finna even put it in the money market account. She ain't finna do nothing. She finna tell all her friends, man, how she got a good man. He come home and give her the money, and she do all that, and then before you know it, man, she got some cat, man, she giving him your money. If you're a simp, your woman will defer to a pimp. I promise you that.
The lack of tradition in Black culture is killing relationships. That's the main thing, right?
And I'll tell you another thing about that. She's talking about how the Black culture is the only ones where people talk about money. Well, you know what? The Black household is also the only place where a Black woman complained about being submissive, complained about doing what she told, complained about shut uppiness and obedience. You understand what I'm saying? When a man is the breadwinner, a woman know, man, to fall back. She know to fall back and play a position. She know to, you don't press against that man. That man run this household. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying there aren't outliers, but there are. There are some outliers, but for the majority of times in those patriarchal societies where the man go out and bring home the bacon, the woman know her position. How many women you hear, go to these other cultures she talking about and see how many times the women complain about submission. See how many times the woman push back about being told what to do. See how many times the woman push back, I want to make decisions too. I should have a say on everything. We're partners. Only Black women use the term partner. You know what I'm saying? And those women who are online catering to that same demographic. But you go to those other cultures, man, they don't talk about partners. They know wife and husband is two different positions. So it's okay to talk about gender role from the perspective of the man should bring home the money, but it's not okay to talk about gender role from the perspective of the woman should give man shut up as in obedience. A man should have peace. You know what peace is? Okay, I made that decision. Don't want to hear nothing about it. That's what peace is. And that's just the reality of it, man. So never listen to what a woman got to say about what you need to be doing as a man. Man, Americanized woman, man, don't even know what she's supposed to be doing as a woman. Let's get back into it, man.
Men have just become so sassy to be like, I'm the prize, I'm the prize, I'm the prize. When really we are very much so the prize, baby. Everything you do is slick for us. The money that you make is to draw our attention. Okay, the cars that you drive is to draw our attention. The clothes that you wear is to draw our attention. The jewelry that you put on is to draw our attention. It's to get cooch. Stop playing. We are the prize at the end of the day. Like, everybody needs to take their ego out of shit and maybe treat each other better. Because God said when a man finds a wife, that man finds a good thing. So, baby, stop playing like we not the prize at the end of the day. Take your ego out of it. We really the shit. And you want to be with us. Stop acting like you don't need women. And women need to stop acting like we don't need men. At the end of the day, we need to put all our egos to the side, baby.
Let me tell y'all something, man. The funniest thing when you hear a woman try to quote one line out of the Bible, man. True enough. A man who findeth a wife findeth a good thing, but the wife is defined in Proverbs 31, the virtuous woman. So just cause you wife up some woman, just cause you put a ring on her finger, just cause you let a man come in and say, she's your queen to be, that don't mean that you got a wife. That means that you probably got a hoe with a ring on. That means you got a street worker with a ring on. That means you got a masculine woman with a ring on. That don't mean you got a wife. See, wife comes before the whole wedding thing. We're not talking about just a modern time where you got to go have this wedding and and get this marriage license and all that signed by the state. We ain't talking about that. We talking about what a wife truly is. A wife is a spirit position that a woman is in. And when put a one in the chat if you never found a wife in your life. Put a one in the chat if you found a virtuous woman in Proverbs 31. There ain't no wives, dog. So he who findeth a wife means that he who findeth a woman who is already raised, born, groomed to be a wife. And you know what the first sign of a wife is? She a virgin. Some of the other cultures she talking about, go there. Go to the other culture and see how many women are married who already had kids by other men. Go to these cultures and see how many women are married who have reputation for running the streets and sleeping with multiple men, having high body counts. Go to those other cultures and find how many of those women have husbands. Go to that culture and find how many of those women who spent their whole life chasing their career, they don't have 1 ounce of femininity, but they got a husband. Go to those other cultures and see that. It doesn't happen. Go to those other cultures and find women who walk around in broad daylight, man, almost naked in front of everybody. And then say it's body positivity. Say I should be able to wear what I want to wear. Go to these other cultures and find these wives, these married women who are online showing everything they got to everybody just so they can get some validation and likes. Find those women. And just like in this culture, you find them in that culture, they ass gonna be single and online talking shit. Now, for this woman right here, if you want to really prove that you believe what you're saying, come on and say all that again with your real hair and your real face on. That's what we want to see. You know what? She talking real tough when she's scared to even come on looking like her real self. You see BOA? This how BOA look, man. I ain't did that. Put a little moisturizer on my face, dog. Did the real BOA. But what is she? Oh, you want to see the eyes? These the real eyes. Tell me, man. So what are we talking about? Just show me your real face. You ain't got to show me your real hair. Listen, I don't have a problem with you wearing the hairstyle that you think makes you look best. But show me your real face. Let me see your skin. How healthy is your skin? Because while you're online talking, you probably should be drinking a little bit more water. So stop listening to what women got to say, man. They ain't got nothing to say. Not nothing meaningful. A woman don't know nothing, man, about what it means to be a man. These women today barely know what it means to be a woman. And listen, that's not good. That's not bad. That's just true, man. So if you out here, man, you put yourself in the best position, man, I wish you would settle down with just one woman. Let me tell you something. The virtuous woman in Proverbs 31, it takes 3 of these women to make that one woman. They ain't gonna find no one woman with all those characteristics. Because the one that stay at home, she want to be lazy. The one that go to work every day, she wants your ass to hire a maid to clean up the house. And ain't now one of them gonna cook. Except for the one that stay at home all day. And then she gonna act like it's a chore. They always want to bring up the Bible, man, but the Bible tell you how a woman is supposed to be. Find that woman who fits those descriptions. And you ain't gonna find her. I promise you that. She be gone, man. She be gone, dog. She be gone long way bye-bye. Spiritual Alpha, appreciate the 5-bone, man. Salute Doc and the GLG. Salute to you, man. Salute. Let's get back into this thing, man. Let's go and finish it up. And like Pat Bat said, man, welcome to GLG, Pat Bat. Pat Bat says, man, we'll give you one for you just coming in. A king had multiple wives. A king had multiple wives. You put yourself in a position, man, in a king position, in a royal position. They call it the high value man position around here. You put yourself in that position, man. Man, why you gonna tie yourself down to one woman? Find me the one woman who deserved to just have me to herself, man. She ain't willing to put forth type of time and effort in anything that doesn't benefit her to have that. In this society, I'm not doing it, man. I wish I would. Let's get back into it.
What? Like what? No.
You don't let me know what that's
Sure.
Ain't one about that quick. What the fuck?
All right, man. So that's the young, rap R&B kid, Rod Wave, man. Rod Wave dope too, man. You know what I'm saying? He one of the young guys, man, I think is dope. And he's soul for music, man. He speak introspectively from the soul, man. And so I think he make dope music. But that's him with his little chick, with his little side chick. And she on live without him even knowing, waiting for him to walk into the camera so she can have him on live. You see what I'm saying? Man, you can't trust these bras, man. You can't put her in the position. Now, where else she gonna get a ride wave from? She don't care. She would rather try to milk the situation for her 15 minutes of fame. Let me tell you something. A woman would rather have 15 minutes of fame than deal with a man that's worth $15 million. She would rather deal with a man with 15 million subscribers or followers than deal with a man with $15 million. They're fame junkies. In this society, there are so many women who are fame junkies. She don't even care about the benefits of having that relationship with Rod Wave, man. She don't care about that. She will risk that all in order to show the world, guess what? Rod Wave is over here. Not only that, man, she got the man on camera, man, with the hair all over his head, looking all crazy. Man, the man wasn't expecting to be on live like that. While she's sitting there looking her best, which ain't that good, but he come on camera, man, looking all crazy on live, man. Now man, let me tell you something, brothers, and this real talk, man. You got to stay in your most masculine frame, but you got to have morality with it. Because if you don't have morals, you'll find yourself with the low-hanging fruit. The only thing that keep a man from plucking low-hanging fruit is morality. Is morality. Just saying that is beneath me. She is beneath me. She is not on my level. You know, that is not on my type of time. As a man, you have to understand that that's your best thing. And I'm going to be honest with you, man. It's crazy out here that we believe that we're supposed to function some other kind of way. We believe that as men, we're supposed to be accepting of this low level of woman because she's a low level. No, you're not resigned to dealing with anything that is beneath your level. It's better to not have nothing than to have something that's beneath your level. Let me tell you something, man. Elevating yourself and dealing with a woman who ain't on your level, it's the equivalent, man, of getting a pay cut at your job. You got a job, you're making $100,000 a year, man. You go in there one day, they tell you, we want you to do the same work, we're gonna pay you 50. Put a 1 in the chat if you're gonna stay there and suddenly make 50 for the same job you've been making 100 for. You ain't gonna do it. They better hire somebody else for that pay cut. You may start somebody off with 100. You damn sure ain't finna cut me to 100. So I just want y'all to understand, man, that you don't have to be the way that you see these guys being. You know what I'm saying? Man, Rod Wave should not even be dealing with a bro who on that level, man. But the thing is, when you're a guy who, and then let me tell you something, man, to be a big dude like Rod Wave, man, you got to have some style, boy. I mean, you got to go into the world to believe that, man, being a big dude, man, is better than everything else. You got to believe that being big like that is better than having muscles. You got to believe that. You got to truly believe that being big makes you look better than being fit. And that's how you got to go into the world. And I'm going to be honest with you, many guys don't, because they remember when a girl dissed them or girl. Man, you got to teach young boys, any young boys around, you got to teach them that what girls say don't matter. But girls say don't matter. You just keep elevating yourself, because those same girls who are saying whatever they're saying, they're going to be stuck with guys who are way beneath you. And that's the thing, man. You have to make sure that you don't let no woman who's been stuck with guys who are beneath you suddenly come up and her come up. If she used to dealing with that, let her ass stay down there dealing with that. That's what happened with Tyrese. She's used to dealing with an average level man. Let her ass stay down there dealing with the average level man. Because the thing is, there's two kind of women. There's a woman who's used to dealing with men on your level, and then there's a woman who ain't used to dealing with no man because she's a virgin. Every woman in between that is just something to play with, not to stay with. The majority of men have married women who were just something to play with, not to stay with. The majority of men have. Divorce is so high because men are marrying women who are something to play with, not to stay with. And if she ain't something to stay with, she ain't gonna stay with you.
Oh, brother.
That's my brother.
I just seen him in your phone, bro.
I can't text my brother?
No, bro. You texting another man. Like, you straight a low down. Bro, I done tried showing her a good time. Picked her up in the range. We was gonna eat at Brick. Like, that's crazy.
Ain't nobody texting nobody.
Man, I just seen the dude in your phone,
That's
bro.
my brother.
That ain't your brother.
That's my brother.
I just seen him in your phone, bro.
I can't text my brother?
No, bro, you playing games with me right now. You know how much money I just spent on you?
You don't even know what you saw.
Bro, you know how much money I just spent on you, bro.
Man, a woman don't care how much money you spent on her. She think you're supposed to spend money on her. A woman believes that if she spends time with you, you're supposed to spend money with her. Oh, and don't listen. Don't cut her now. Don't mess around and cut her. Don't mess around, man, and give her. Man, let me tell you something, boy. You mess around to get physical with her? Oh, man, it's over then. She swears you're supposed to give her something. It starts from here. She believes she's entitled to that. This is what happens when you deal with women that don't like you for real, man. Stop doing this dating game shit, man. You a sucker if you in the dating game, man, leading with your wallet and trying to make a woman believe you got it like that so she can kick it with you and you going out whining and dining her. Man, let me tell you something. Whining and dining for a woman is a fantasy, but it ain't the type of fantasy that turn her panties wet, man. It ain't the same type of fantasy. It's different. It's a mental fantasy. It's not a physical fantasy, man. There's no connection between the two.
That's crazy, man. You came looking this good for what? Now you finna have to leave because guess what? You straight tried to play me. You tried to play me. I'm not one of them, bro. Like for real. I'm not one of them.
You ain't even know what you saw. I wasn't texting nobody.
I seen the dude in your phone. You keep lying, bro. Bro, I seen the dude in your phone, bro.
It wasn't a dude.
Man, pull a message up. Pull a message up right now. Y'all see this?
Hey, man, I'm going to be honest with you, man. If this ain't his girl, man, this just somebody he just met, man. Like he being a whole lame right now, though, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. What I was just saying is about, somebody that been on the team for a minute. Somebody just trying to get the position of being your girl, man. Sound like he just met her, man. I ain't lying, man. He been a real live sucker, man. He just met her. His feelings are already involved. Like he already trusting the bro. He already want to love the bro. He already want to expect loyalty from the bro. Why are you expecting loyalty from a bro you just met? Nigga, you can't get loyalty from a woman been with you for 2 years, damn near. So how you expecting loyalty from a bro you just met, man? What you expecting her to do? You expecting her to clean off her calendar for you? Now, I will say this. If she bold enough to talk to another man in front of you, I get where you're coming from with that. Bro, I ain't got you for long. If you can't give me your undivided attention while I got you, then I don't know what to tell you, but I ain't finna rock with you. You know what I'm saying? And for me, recording a woman and doing all that, man, that's sucker shit. Like recording a woman so you can expose her and say, I'm just trying to show what kind of woman you are and all that. Man, you care too much about it. You know what she is? She the type of woman that all these women not. And the younger you go, the wilder they are, man. You understand? So somebody came in and said, man, BOA, your age limit went up from 26 to 35. You might well just go on up, man. Let me tell you something, sucker. Whoever that was, I don't remember who you were, but if you're listening, man, let me tell you something. While you're trying to make jokes unfunny, nigga, let me tell you something, homie. When you realize that the bottom of the barrel is at a certain level, you stupid if you don't go up to the next level. You're stupid. And also, you meet a woman in her 20s, if you're trying to deal with a woman who got a little paper, man, she gonna at least be 30. You ain't gonna find a woman younger than 30 who get into no real paper, man. She might have a good career. She might have a nice little car, but you got to understand, she just got out of college, man. She got good credit. She got a nice car that she paying notes on or a lease on. She got a nice place, that she probably overpaying for because she want to live in a certain area. She want to have a certain look. She's spending all the money on these clothes. I promise you, she probably got 3 credit cards. All of them got a $15,000 limit, and all of them maxed out to $12,000. So she got $36,000 in credit card debt right there. But you looking at what you see on the surface, but you got to wait until you get under the surface, and then you'll see. Let me tell you something. I have never met a woman who was doing as good as she looked like she was doing. But I have met 100 men who are doing way better than it appears they are. That's the difference between a man and a woman. A woman gonna show it, and she want everybody to know it. Because no matter how much she earns, she still gonna blow it. A man, he ain't trying to go back to the gutter. So he gonna make you think it's vinegar when in reality it's all butter. But that's just how we function. So when you look at a situation like this, man, you have to have the expectation. There's one expectation you can have of a woman. Somebody put in the chat. Somebody put in the chat for me, what's the one expectation you can have of a woman? There's only one true expectation you can have of a woman, brothers. Only one. Somebody put it in the chat for me right now, man. Let's take a minute. Somebody put it in the chat. What's the one expectation you can have of a woman, man? It's a real simple answer too, man. And it's so simple that men overlook it. It's only one expectation you can have for her. Only one. Let's see what y'all got to say about that. I see it, hypergamy. She would do for self nothing. She gonna put herself first. Dorico Bullard. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate the dub. God bless Doc BOA. Salute to you, man. She does things only in the benefit of how she feels and wants. All of those are correct. But we're gonna sum it up in one way. Only thing you can expect from a woman is for her to be a woman. All of them. 100% of them are gonna be, do, and say what a woman is, does, and says. She's either gonna tell you the truth or she's gonna tell you what you want to hear. She's either gonna be herself or she's gonna be who she think you want her to be. She's either gonna buy into your process of progress or she's gonna want you to buy into hers. I don't care how good you think she is. I don't care how great you think she is. I don't care how wholesome you think she is. I don't care how down to earth you think she is. I don't care how good her relationship is with her parents. I don't care how much education she has. I don't care how fine her little body is. I don't care about none of that. All she can do is be a woman. And it's not your job to just learn about female nature. It's your job to see it in action. So you ain't got time to be tied to one woman when ain't no guarantee you're going to be with her long term, because every day you tied to one woman, you ain't out here seeing how women function. You got a woman up under you who functioning in the way that's optimal for her in the situation she in. You don't even know how she behaving when she ain't around you. You got to know what a woman would do before she even does it. That's the game. That's how pimps stay ahead of hoes. You got to know what she's gonna do. You got to know what to say and do like a strike of lightning before the woman even have a chance to think. If that woman can feel some and then try to think some before you have a thought, man, you're moving too slow. Every woman gonna be a woman. Don't ever second guess yourself. If you think she doing it, she doing it. Don't confront her about it. Just do what you got to do. Listen, don't respond to women. React to what she does. Stop responding. She wants you to respond. She can convince you that what you thinking ain't real if you respond. Don't respond. React to what you know. Don't respond to what you know, because then she gonna make you believe that it's just what you think you know. Don't let a woman get in your head, man, because the best thing that a woman can do, man, the best thing she could do, she's an expert at getting you in your feelings. Stay out of your feelings. Stay away from that feeling shit, dog. It ain't gonna benefit you. You can have wonderful relationships and wonderful interaction with women, as long as you don't get in your feelings and get all caught up on the crowd, man. Talking about, I love her. I love you, baby. My pretty little baby. There's nothing you can do to keep me away from you. Man, that ain't gonna benefit nobody, dog. You can't do it. You can't do it, man. If you love the broad, you can't be above the broad, man. I promise you that. Love and dating Los Angeles. Appreciate the dime. Girl in the pink and range. Who do you think makes her feel entitled? A hood street dude? Hood dudes are the biggest tricks. They just more swag than the goofy fat trick. Hood tricks effed up the game. Man, they did. Hood trick effed up. When you see a dude pull up on the range, man, you think he pull up on the range on a chick, man, that's supposed to mean something. It don't really mean nothing to her. It's just a fantasy to her. Ooh, I got to ride in the range. She don't care. If a woman have a chance to buy a whip, it ain't gonna never be arranged. She just want to ride. To her, it feel good to ride in the range. She get a chance to just to be around in the range. But who cares? She don't care. Pat back, appreciate the 5-bone bug, man. She not yours, just your turn. Enjoy your turn while it lasts. Nobody position in a relationship is guaranteed. A turn is a turn. That's just the reality of it. Relationships aren't guaranteed. Here's the thing. Nothing in life is guaranteed except that you're gonna die. Only thing in life guaranteed. But that's the only position that you can guarantee. You live, you die. Those are the only positions you can guarantee. But let me tell you some things you can guarantee. You can guarantee that if you put a broad before yourself, you can guarantee if you put a broad before you, she's gonna take advantage of that. She's not gonna reciprocate that and be appreciative of that. She's gonna take advantage of that. She's gonna take advantage of that. The same way, if she put you before her, you take advantage of it. The difference is you take advantage of it in a protective way. You take advantage of it in a way where you don't want to hurt her, where you don't want to just take her all the way down to the ground. You put a woman in, you give a woman, man, that type of advantage, man, she'll drain you dry to ain't nothing left, man. She'll drain every inch of energy from you, man, and leave you there for the maggots and flies, dog. And this ain't bad or good, and I ain't trying to fearmonger you or nothing. I'm telling you, look around you, look at the results you see. I ain't got to tell you nothing wrong. I ain't got to tell you nothing different. Look around you and look at the results you see around you, man. I'm just keeping it a buck with you. That's all I'm doing. House on the Hill, appreciate the 5-bone. Big up BOA, you helped me get over my simp behavior and a bad relationship with my fiance. I'm getting on my alpha stacking money, being true to the game, man. That's the ticket. That's the ticket, man. Be true to the game, man. And listen, man, you know me. I'm not finna go down that rabbit hole, man, get in no relationship, no sucker type relationship with no broad and then like that, man. But listen, man, I deal with women in a way that gives them the opportunity to prove some of these things constantly. So I deal with women in a way with the full expectation that she's going to prove everything I know about her right. And you know what? 100% of the time in my life, a woman has proven that everything I thought about her was right. You know what I'm saying? Like I give a woman a full opportunity to prove me wrong, but I don't expect her to prove me wrong, but I give her the opportunity to. You know what I'm saying? And every time they prove me right all through my life. So I'm not telling you some shit I just read. I'm telling you something, man, that I've been learning, man, for 20 some years, man, if not longer. I'm telling you something I've been learning for a long time, dog. Listen, man, I'm an OG when it comes to understanding this shit. Have I always had it 100% figured out? No. Some of these things I did have to learn through trial and error, but I was so far advanced and ahead of the game that I never just fully got burnt. You know what I'm saying? I never fully just got roped in and doped in by a broad and taken advantage of. But there are some things that I did have to learn along the way. I'm not saying telling you that I just skated scot-free through all of this. Look at the BOA. Woo! BOA shining, boy. Look, I ain't telling you that. But I'm telling you now at this point, man, let me tell you something. If a broad break out a rope, I'm going to make her go over there and put a noose up for herself. I ain't finna get roped in, doped in, man, by nothing. You know what I'm saying? Damn sure ain't finna get joked in. So I just understand that a woman is going to be a woman. Now, there is a type of woman who you can influence a woman's behavior. I'm not saying you can't influence a woman's behavior, but what I'm saying is you're not going to find a woman who's worth constantly having to influence her behavior over time because the world we live in has too much pull in the opposite direction. It's just not worth it in this society. Dickie Fashion, appreciate the time, man. Yo, what's up, Doc? Do think in-house loving is worth it. 23 years old. It just depends on the situation, man. If you're already in it, then you got to ask yourself, how beneficial is it to you? You know what I'm saying? How much would your life change if you didn't have it? For me, in-house loving ain't just in-house loving. In-house loving is in-house everything else. You know what I'm saying? Think about the things that come with in-house loving. It ain't just in-house loving. That's the least thing you're gonna get. You know what I'm saying? It come with dealing with somebody's habits every day. It come with dealing with somebody's mouth every day. I'm not saying they talking crazy to you. We got to deal with their voice every day. You know what I'm saying? It come with having somebody, unless you got that type of arrangement at 23, it's hard for me to believe you do. But unless you got a type of arrangement where you sleep in one room, she sleep in the other one, but y'all still together, or she got her own room and all that. But most time when you get into your first cohabitation situation, y'all live in the bed. So you got to deal with her sleeping in the bed with you all the time. You got to deal with, she might start snoring. You don't know. You know, you never know what's going to happen, man. Her morning breath may be killer. It may wake you up every morning. You just don't know on a regular basis. So it's more that come with it than that. So there's no such thing as just is in-house loving worth it. Is having a woman in the house with you worth it? And in my estimation, I say no. Unless the financial benefits are so great that you could temporarily sustain that. If the financial benefits ain't so great, if the financial benefits don't put you on a total different level of life, then nah, it ain't worth it, bro. It ain't worth it, man. You know, when you expect anything different from the woman you got, you end up like Tyrese. What did Tyrese do? He expected something different from his woman. He expected that woman to not be like other women. He expected that woman to be a good girl, to stay simple, to not want nothing from him, to divorce him and leave with nothing. Where in the hell in America does a woman divorce you and leave with nothing? Where? Where they do that at, man? I ain't never seen it.
Low down female. Look, he calling you right now. Ain't nobody calling me. That's crazy. Bro, we at Brick Talk and this girl got nicked. She got dudes calling her phone, bro. Tried to show her a good time in the range, bro. Like, what's up with that? What's up with you though?
Can you stop recording?
I'm not finna stop. I'm finna show these
That's
people
lame.
how
Like, why are you
I'm finna show these people how messy you is,
Turn
bro.
the camera
You a
off.
low down female. I'm not turning nothing off, bro. What you can do is get out the car and leave.
I'm not going anywhere.
What you mean you're not going nowhere? So we gonna play that game?
You can take me
So we
home.
gonna play.
Why he just didn't take her home, man? If a woman say you could take me home, he should have already been on the way. He should have had his phone, and if he was gonna record, he should have had his phone in the car recording while he was driving. I wouldn't have recorded at all, but if you're gonna record, don't be recording sitting there, man. Well, he finna cut that phone out, he finna take her right inside, man. That's what he finna do. She know that. She just said, I ain't finna go nowhere. You just take me home. Oh, that ain't what he wanted. He wanted some sympathy from her. He wanted her to apologize. He wanted her to admit she was wrong. Man, let me tell you something, bro. The world is too big, and there are too many women in the world to put up with any one woman shit. Any one woman. There's just too many women in the world. I'm not finna do it. I'm not finna do it, man. Meeting a woman is the easiest thing that I could do, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. Because everywhere you go, there's women. You can meet a woman anywhere. Everywhere you go, there are women there. It don't even matter where you live, what state you live in, what city you live. It don't even matter. Everywhere you go, there are women. Just go through the course of a day. Let me tell you what you do. Wake up in the morning. This is one of my normal routines. Hold up. About to sneeze, man. Let me mute this mic. I wake up in the morning. Wake up at 5. Do some cardio. Got a treadmill right over there. Wake up in the morning, do some cardio. Sit down, look at some emails, look at some notes, look at some quotes. You know what I'm saying? Check my bookings, see what I got for the day. Then I go ahead, I drink a cup of coffee on my way. I go train at 10, go to the gym at 10. On 3 days a week, then I have online clients that I have to deal with, I have people, consultations that I have to deal with. Then I go to the gym at 10. Now, when I leave the gym, I go to the grocery store. But I have that pump when I go to the grocery store. I'm at the grocery store. Bam. I'm fresh out the shower, so no matter how hard I work out, I still smell good. So I go in, looking good, smelling good. Go in, I hit the grocery store. That time of morning right there, anybody in the grocery store who ain't old, they got freedom to move around like that. Or they have an off day. And 9 times out of 10, you see a woman up early in the grocery store like that, she's single. Okay, I could leave the grocery store, I may shoot by Walmart. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, there's always something for me to get. I may be out of paper for my printer. I may be, I may need some ink pens. I may need some SD cards for my camera. I may need some. I do that, bam, I leave there. You know what I do? I head to the crib, bam, hit the shower right quick from the gym, and then I may have to run to the bank. Bam, I run to the bank. Okay, I leave the bank. Then I may say, you know what, before I go back to the crib and really get to work, I may have a show at 1. So I hit the bank. I may go grab a bite. So there I am sitting somewhere pre-lunch time. Any woman you see in there going to be, she's going to be a boss. If anybody taking an early lunch is a boss. If you ain't no boss, you don't take an early lunch. You don't take a late lunch. So I'm in there as people file in, the people seeing me in there, the women seeing me in there, looking good, smelling good, feeling good. Bam. Everywhere you go, you're meeting women. I pull up at the gas station. Bam. There's women at the gas station. We're out during the day doing things. Okay, that weekend I may take a flight. I may fly to ATL. I may fly to Miami. I may fly to Fort Lauderdale. I may fly to Cali. I may fly to Dallas. Okay, I might fly to Connecticut. At the airport, smorgasbords of women at the airport. You know what I'm saying? On the flight, but they're not really on the flight. But I land at another airport. I'm there. Bam. Get a rental car. I'm there. Man, there's so many times throughout the course of a week or a month to meet women. Why in the hell am I gonna take some shit out one woman? What makes her so valuable that I'm gonna take something off of her, man? I'm talking about not even a little thing off of her, dog. Nothing. I'm not taking nothing. And let me tell you something. Any woman who has ever believed that I was taking something off her, it's just that I didn't care. Like she was an afterthought already. You know what I'm saying? She was an afterthought already. Like once I realized that a woman don't fit in my life, I just don't care absolutely nothing about her at that point. You know what I'm saying? It's gone. Like it's gone because it was never love. It was interest. Once my interest dies, like there's no way to reignite my interest. Once my interest dies, it's gone. And then a woman can do about it. And I expect you men to do the same. I expect you to protect your interest in life by governing your interest in abroad. She got to earn your interest and she got to keep your interest. Remember that, man. Rob, appreciate the dime. Doc, I appreciate you for the wisdom, OG, helping those young guys out. Doc, how do you test and see a woman's true self? I have a woman who I think is shape-shifting to pretend to be something to please me. You got to wait it out. Time is the only thing that can tell. You know what I'm saying? If you think she's shape-shifting, remember what I just said. If you think she's shape-shifting, you don't think she's shape-shifting. You know she's shape-shifting. You want to tell yourself you think because you want to hold out hope that the woman ain't shape-shifting. But just give it time. Give it time until you're convinced. If a woman isn't true to who she is, the truth of who she is going to come out. Now, you got to have that amount of time to waste. For me, I don't do no cohabitation. I only deal with women who live in my state. So I don't have a whole lot, even when I'm dealing with a woman, it ain't a whole lot of time for me to do that. And it ain't no time for her to convince me or even try. I don't have time for a woman to be trying to convince me she trustworthy and all that. You'll be a damn fool to trust a woman who don't live in the same state you live in or the same city. You're a fool to trust a woman when you remember, you can only trust as far as you can see her. So, you're crazy to have anything called trust for a woman who don't even live in the same vicinity. So those type of words like trust and love and all that should go out the window with me. So I say you got to wait it out. Now, if you're dealing with a woman in closer proximity than that, then it may happen shorter for you than that. But you just got to always engage the woman she presents herself as. Never give her a free pass and let her not be that woman and show that woman. The time frame only works if you constantly make her show that woman over and over again. Eventually, she's going to slip. And what I'm saying is, for me, if I felt like a woman was shape-shifting, man, if that's what I thought I saw, I'd drop her. That's what I would do. I'd drop her ass quick. Pat Bat, appreciate the 2 bones. Cohabitation removes competition anxiety. It does, man. There has to be competition anxiety, man. There has to be competition anxiety. If you don't have competition anxiety, man, once a woman feel like she got you, then she gonna start treating you like I got you. Let's get back into it, man. Try to finish up.
That you like?
When they tell me to shut up, puts you in your place. It's just hot, like.
Hey, what's something toxic that you like?
Being a little abusive. When he get real jealous, when he see me talking to another boy, he take it out on me. So.
Hey, what's something toxic that you like?
I like when people don't let me leave.
Hey, what's something toxic that you like?
When my man choke me out when we arguing.
Hey, what's something toxic that you like?
I like causing a scene in public so I can embarrass you. Like.
Hey, what's something toxic that you like?
I like when my dude yell at me a little bit. Like.
Hey, what's something toxic that you like?
When they're controlling, tell me what I can and can't do.
Mine's when he gets into fights with other guys.
Oh yeah.
You can fight? Okay.
Yeah, I came with him.
Hey, what's something toxic that you like?
I like to manipulate people. Sometimes when I know that their emotions are easily manipulated.
Hey, what's something toxic that you like?
Oh, we at least gotta break up once a week, so I know you still love me.
Hey, what's something toxic that you like?
Like when she the grade me.
Hey, what's something toxic that you like?
If you don't think I'm right, I gotta start a fight with you.
Not knowing what to expect one day and the next day you're just being f***ed over.
Now, I want y'all to understand all of the things they asked those women. Those women were saying, man, they were just, they like to engage in foolishness and drama and all that. Ask the 2 dudes, they were talking about love shit. We got to break up at least once a week so I know you still love me. The other dude said he pretty much liked to be dogged out. He liked to be disrespected. That's what we're dealing with out here. Women are the masculine ones and guys are the feminine love seekers. So 9 times out of 10, you meet a woman out here, man, she's incapable of being the femininity that you would expect, the femininity that you would want. You got to expect these women to be these women. Stop believing you're going to find a woman who's not affected by Western society. Listen, there's countries overseas that are affected by American culture. How do you believe you're going to find a woman in America who's not affected by American culture? Come on, man. That's the craziest thing I ever heard of. It's like going to prison believing that there's a man in there who is not affected by prison culture. Where the hell you go? Where? I'm talking about not just the inmates. I'm talking about the COs. I'm talking about the warden. I'm talking about the nurses. Everybody in there is affected by prison culture because that's the culture. And right now we live in thought culture. That's the culture we live in. And it's been that way for at least a decade. So why are we sitting around here acting like that's not what it is, man? All of those women, which one of those women would you put in a position, the power position in your life as a woman, man? Who you gonna put in a wife position? You put one of them in a wife position, man, you're gonna find your life is out of position. You gotta cut it out, man. So when guys say, man, why your age limit went up? You can't tell. You a beta male if you're dealing with this. Man, I don't even want that energy next to me. I don't want to mix my spirit energy with that. There's a whole bunch of toxicity out here, man. And as a man, you got to put yourself in a position where you elevate above it. Now, I'm not saying everyone in this society is like that, but you got to elevate your life to a level where it's not there anymore. You got to elevate your life to a level where everybody you see is married. That happens in this culture. You can elevate your life to a certain level of success and a certain level of access where you can see that the majority of people are married. The majority of people have wives who understand that I need to dedicate myself to this man's grind. These low-level women, they ain't dedicating themselves to nothing but saying what they can get out of you. No matter how toxic it is, they want what they want. And if you're a sucker enough to deal with them, they're going to get it from you because you're going to give it freely too.
So it's okay, July. Body count so far this year. So it's July 6th. So I've been with about a person each day for the last 6-7 months. Each day? Each day. So I mean, if there has been 6 months, 30-ish days, then. So what's 30 times 6? Someone in the comments let us know. But yeah, I mean, it could be a little less or a little more, but definitely I've been with about one person each day. Some days multiple, some days not at all, but. So how many of those people are new people, or is it all just the same that you're getting? No, I mean, yeah, I've had some consistent people that I'll come back to if they're really right, but most of the time it's new people because I like new experiences and I want to try everyone out. How do you meet them? A lot of times they'll just slide into my DMs and show interest, and if they're attractive or if they if I like what they have to offer message wise, then I'm into it. Oh, okay. Body count so far this year.
All right, man. I put that one at the end just to show y'all the reality of understanding that these women these days, they have no shame. See, there was a time where a certain action could be shamed. A woman would be ashamed. Even you go back as far as the 1800s where a woman would have to wear a scarlet letter A. That meant she was adulterous. Nobody would deal with her. Nobody would marry her. She would be done. Her father wouldn't accept her back at home. So women had a fear of doing things because there was a consequence, an insurmountable obstacle type of consequence. Now, there are no consequences. There's no level of thotastic voyage that a woman can expose to the world and be shunned or shut down or ostracized. There is no such thing as a woman being ostracized. All of the individuals who are ostracized today in this society are men. Women can't be ostracized because they do foolishness and defend foolishness in large numbers. And if you're looking at this society and saying, okay, I want to find a woman here to marry and make my wife and put in a position in my life that is very important and can affect my life, you're a fool if you think you're going to find it here. You simply are not. You understand? You're not going to find it, man. And the bottom line is, let me tell you, and I say this to y'all, man, before we slide on out of here, I appreciate all y'all brother being in the joint. If you want a woman who's going to give you what you want and need as a man who's living in a position of power, you're going to have to find her somewhere else, man. That's just the reality of it. You're going to have to find her somewhere else. Because here's the thing. Only thing I'm looking for in this society is a woman who fits this description right here. Peace.